Moving on. What are we gonna do, Aubrey Plaza?
About climate change. That's my number one issue. Let's talk about it.
I don't know. We all got to band together, and I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what we can do.
Okay.
We're fucked. I heard, the rainforest is pretty much dead at this point. Like, if we don't today start deforesting, reforesting, the forest is just going to be gone. Like, we can't just stop now and it'll heal itself. It's fucked. It's fucked. And then the whole of global warming will just go off the deep end because there's no rainforests that have been regulating this whole process for millennia.
Yeah. And then the oceans, too. They're going down.
No,
he loves
they're going up. The oceans are going up. Like, I've read 3 things in 20 years, and I know you're wrong. You're saying the opposite.
The sea level is rising, but the fish are all sinking to the bottom. As corpses. Yeah.
Fish float when they die.
Who said that's wrong?
Fish float when they die.
It's all a metaphor.
What do we really think is going to happen? It's just going to be like, okay, so there'll be, because it's just so many variables. Because like the thing that panics me is like sea level. Because the scientists talk about like, okay, the sea level is going to do this, and the ice caps are going to do that. But as soon as that stuff has the potential to affect the dollar, then everything's just going to collapse, and it won't be because the ocean is high that like you're like wearing armor made out of bottle caps. Like it'll be because like everything just went to shit and the cops stopped showing up to work or started hunting people and like nothing worked anymore and there was no jobs and everyone was just like riding around a wasteland going like, yeah, what do we have here? I'm an arch character. I worship what I fear. I'm a denizen of the wasteland. I'm comfortable here. I don't show that I'm afraid of it. Or I'm not. Maybe that's been... it only takes 2 generations to leave the gene pool. Perhaps all the people that were afraid are dead, and only the people that were confident in the post-apocalypse, they reproduced, and I'm their progeny. I'm a man of impulsiveness, and I love living... I have borderline personality disorder. Excuse me.
Isn't that kind of already happening?
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Just like slowly, though.
The fact that
it's not like one day that'll happen, but it's just like happening really slowly, and we're kind of like seeing it, and then we just like get used to it. So by the time it happens,
because we
just
call
like,
it all
this
these
is
different
what's happening.
things. Yeah.
I have been seeing a lot of orange mohawks lately. and like one
engines
chain
are getting
across
really
the
loud.
chest. Yeah.
But like, it's true. I mean, when you look at there's always crazy things that we always talk about. We go like, that's so crazy, but it's like, well, it's not crazy if the end result is like Mad Max, because the idea that we have a quarter of the population of the world in prison, like I can't remember. I can never remember that statistic. It's like what is it? What is the quarter thing? It's like. It has something to do with how much of America's population is in prison versus how much of I can't remember the statistic.
A quarter.
Well, is it a quarter of the world's prisoners are in American prisons?
Right, yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, so like because and we're like the country that was like, hey, everybody be free and do what you want, and so it's like okay, and then like everybody that's like we're like okay, that guy makes me uncomfortable. We'll just put him on a timeout, and they're like, let's put that guy on a timeout. Okay, let's put that on a timeout, and then like a quarter of the world is going like, this is a fun timeout. Like I'm gonna learn how to do more in here. Okay, I'm back out. Okay, I'm doing more. Okay, you're going back in. And then it's like, yeah, that's huge. That's crazy. Like those folks are gearing up. They're the face of evolution.
Mm-hmm. The little ones are getting on the big ones' backs.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. Master Blaster from the Thunderdome. I could tell you didn't know the reference.
I got it.
The third Mad Max movie.
Do you know how to fly a plane?
No. Do you?
No.
Okay. Helicopter? You wouldn't leave out helicopter if you knew how to fly a helicopter.
I wouldn't what?
You wouldn't leave out helicopter if you knew how. You don't know.
I don't know how to fly anything.
Right. Important to start, right? Like those are the people that survive.
Well, that's what I think.
Sorry, I'm a yellow belt in Krav Maga, so.
I don't think they have yellow belts in Krav Maga.
That's the first belt.
Well, that's not impressive then.
That means you signed the pamphlet about athlete's foot in the shower.
I'm closer, is what I'm saying.
I feel like all you need is a helicopter and a weapon.
I mean, if you had a
Someone that knows how to
helicopter,
fly it.
like if you had a helicopter and you started hoarding gas, like if you were, but I wonder what income level you have to be to have a helipad right now. You have to be a 1%er, right? Like you can't just have a helicopter. But if you had, that would make me feel really secure. That would be amazing because you could just start hoarding gas. That would be great.
But is the idea okay?
To fly away is the idea.
And just stay aloft, or to find a place where society still exists?
Well, obviously,
snipe them out.
Well, you land somewhere where there's more gas, and then you find that while you shoot zombies or poor people or whatever.
If there's helicopter gas lying around, I feel like you're in a great position automatically.
If there's what?
If they're still refining helicopter gas for you to find just freely wherever you go.
Right.
Those babies can run on a lot more than you think.
That's just you just double down on that.
All right, I'm sorry.
I can't argue with Aubrey about how helicopter gasoline works. She knows everything.
I want to see a montage.
No, but you don't see a world where the world has effectively, or civilization has effectively collapsed, but there's a lot of places around where you could still find gasoline.
I feel like if I'm in the apocalypse and everyone's in the apocalypse and people are wearing bottle caps and shooting at each other because they have nice car hood ornaments or whatever the fuck, flying around in a helicopter is going to be the best way to get shot at. And they're also they're not like
It's also
armored.
the best way to get missed.
Well, they're not that fast.
Yeah, but you're way far away and up in the air.
Well, it depends on what you're doing with the helicopter. But a lot of helicopters, they're not too high. They're very lightly armored. Mm-hmm. You could just shoot them down with a cap gun.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it like a battle zone. I was just thinking natural disasters. Get in that helicopter, fly north.
It would work with an earthquake, certainly.
I was thinking battle zone, but I guess part of me naively thought that our same worship of celebrity or richness would somehow purvey in that one way, that if you were down here like shooting each other with AK-47s, that a helicopter would fly over and you go, I wonder if that's David Hasselhoff. Maybe if I shoot enough people with this assault rifle, I'll be having lunch with him one day.
Well, you could just shoot the helicopter and force yourself to have lunch
you're
with
like
him.
a life hack guy. I didn't put that together. He reads those life hack tumblers is why he's saying that stuff. I didn't put it together. I thought a helicopter could just go so far up that a bullet couldn't hit it.
It can. It's just not practical.
Maybe a surface-to-air missile, though.
Yeah, bring it. Yes, let's go. Yeah, okay, yeah. Bring your surface-to-air missile out, please. If people have those, I don't want to be on the ground.
And you got to hit a helicopter right in the jugular. You can't just. That thing will bounce right off that.
It's like 90% spinning blades. Most things that you hit.
That bullet's gonna get chopped in 17 pieces.
It would probably half of them would probably go back down and hit the guy that shot it.
Yeah, one of them will make a little heart. And you'll make a necklace out of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Same page club about helicopters.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can have your helicopter, and me and Ridley will hang out with our missiles, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll take a helicopter over a missile. Because here's what I'd do. I'd fly the helicopter early. I would do it before anybody would thought that shooting a missile was like a good idea. And I would, because that wouldn't be a luxury that you would have if you had a helicopter. You would go, well, it says on the news that Donald Trump won, for instance. Why don't we just go for a long weekend on a helicopter trip? like we do whenever we get nervous. Like we'll go to the underground bunker, like, you know, and then hey, I'd love to be wrong. And you come back and you're like, ha! And everyone's like, how was your weekend? And you're like, I spent it out of town. And they're like, did you abandon all of us because you thought, and you didn't call anybody, and you thought it was every man for himself, and you got in your helicopter, and you're like, okay, what's the difference? You know, Bill Lawrence has a beach house. Like, come on, knucklehead. And then let's get back to work.
And by the way, you can get machine guns for your helicopter to shoot at Spencer and I. I shouldn't be giving you that tip, but I'm just saying, you're not defenseless up there.
I'm assuming this is like a news chopper.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Like I got it. Like I go, well, yeah, like you would get it used from like KTLA or something.
You could buy used helicopters. Oh no, you're talking about, this is pre-apocalypse purchasing.
Yes.
Okay, no, sorry.
Well, I'm never gonna have that much money, so I don't know why we're talking about this. You guys are, yeah, thank you, lady. I don't know why you reacted that way, but I don't know why anything that happened tonight.